nothing but faith. There's things far too great that I want to accomplish. I'm hoping 25 hours a day, but something good works out, and I'm just like, dang. Think everything's gonna be okay. Yeah, I'm like, dang. Think you might just know the way. I'm like, dang.
Welcome to Dang.
Dang! I'm Todd Bridges.
And I'm Bettijo Bridges. And today we're going to do some life lessons from Happy Gilmore 2.
I don't know what kind of life lesson we can get from Happy Gilmore 2, but let's try
I think
it.
there's a few, but first we have to start by talking about Happy Gilmore 1.
Yes, Happy Gilmore 1's about a guy who plays, he realizes that he plays golf and he's got a good shot. His drive is like amazing and he's really good
Because
at
he likes
it.
hockey, really.
He likes
more than
hockey,
golf,
really,
right?
but
and it's Adam Sandler,
yes,
of
Adam
course.
Sandler, yeah. So it's silly but fun at the same time.
The original one came out in 1996. Do you remember what you were doing in 1996?
Yes.
So the hit songs in
Yes.
1996 were the Macarena. That's when that atrocity first came out.
Ooh, the Macarena. I remember that, yeah.
Okay. And then another hit song was Because You Loved Me by Celine Dion.
I probably didn't listen to that stuff.
Or Wanna Be by the Spice Girls. Did you like the Spice Girls?
Not really.
So this is like Spice Girls time, okay? And the other top movies out that year were Independence Day.
Yeah, that was good. I saw that.
Mission Impossible.
I saw that one.
And the original Twister, which is funny that it just got remade too.
Yeah, but the original Twister was good too.
Oh, I love both Twisters.
But I like it when the cow went by. When the cow was floating by. That was great in the original
That
Twister.
original Twister with Helen Hunt was so good. But
It
this
was.
new one?
And Bill Paxton, and rest in peace, Bill Paxton has passed away many years ago.
Yeah. I love Twister.
Yeah, I did too.
So yeah, I'm trying to think back. 1996 also is when Nintendo 64 came out.
I remember that.
And do you remember they
one.
cloned that sheep, Dolly?
Yes.
Okay, so, and the Chicago Bulls, they had a really good year.
Yes, unfortunately, they
Jordan.
beat my Lakers, so I don't care much about that.
It was also the Atlanta Olympics with that terrible bombing.
Oh, yeah, that was
Okay,
terrible.
so that's 1996. That's when Happy Gilmore came out originally.
Yes.
And it was so
But
good.
it was a feature film originally. It was at the movie theater.
Right.
Yes.
It was at the movies, and I totally went.
Yeah, of course. I
with
went
my
to it,
friends.
too.
I was in high school.
Yeah, you were a baby.
What were you doing?
I don't know, I probably had a bunch of girls. I don't know. Something crazy.
I'm pretty sure you were married by then.
I wasn't married in 96.
When did you get married?
97. Spencer was
Okay.
born in 98.
So you think
or
you had-
96. No, I was just getting married in 96.
Okay, so you didn't have a bunch of girls, hopefully.
I did. Had a bunch of girls. Before I was married, I had a bunch of girls.
How long did you and Dory date?
A year.
Okay, so hopefully you didn't have a bunch
I
of
think
girls.
we started dating in 96. Early 97. 97.
Okay, all right.
Because I was living in Venice and I was single. Living in Venice. Before I did the play in 97. Yes, right. I did the play in 97, yes. Yeah.
So do you remember going to see it?
Yeah, I remember going to see it with my friends. We went to see it. And I think I went on a date night to that movie to see that. Happy Gilmore.
And it was when we immediately started quoting.
Yeah.
And
But I liked it because
loved.
it was I love the fight scene with him and Bob Barker. Because Bob Barker beat him up. It was a great fight scene.
That was so great.
Yeah.
And okay, so
and I also heard that Bob Barker did his own stunts for that fight scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So I think that was awesome for Happy Gilmore too, that they brought back as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Like even to the point of like they had, if the original actor had passed away, they would have like one of their like their son or
Yeah.
somebody was in it.
Yeah.
They also showed. Remember, there were like cameos on the TV for people that couldn't be that. Like,
Yeah.
was Bob Barker one like that?
Yeah,
Where they
yeah.
he was playing
Yeah.
on the TV.
Yeah.
So I think that was really
They
cool.
showed the fight scene over again with Bob Barker.
Yeah, that they had so many of the original cast
Yep.
returning.
Yeah.
So in Happy Gilmore 2, Happy is broke again.
Yes. Because he had too many kids. And he was started, acting, drinking. He was doing crazy stuff. That's why. So.
Yeah, and his wife. Well, we shouldn't give. I guess they tell you at the beginning. His wife, played by Julie Bowen from the original, she passes away.
Well, yeah, because
And that's why
she passed away because he hits her with a golf ball. Sorry to ruin your thing, but he hits her in the head, kills her.
That's right. So he technically kills her.
Yes.
And he becomes an alcoholic.
Yes, behind that.
And
Very
that's
tragic
actually
thing.
super funny. Watch for all the ways. Like how
yeah.
many different vessels did he have?
Yeah,
Alcohol.
vessels. You mean how many different devices he used for? It was in everything. You name it, he was always.
It
drinking
is
out of
so good. And I love that they had golf legend John Daly living in.
They had a few golf legends in this, yeah.
Tons.
But Daly had been retired, living in the garage. He was kind of like an uncle for the kids and all that. So they had a good time with him.
There are some fun cameos in this
and his
too.
daughters are all in it.
Yeah, his wife and his daughter. Adam Sandler's wife and daughters are in it.
Yes, that's right.
And then you see Travis Kelce.
Yep.
He is hilarious in it. Plus Bad Bunny and Rory McIlroy, the other
and also rest in peace. Dustin Diamond was supposed to be in it, but he passed away before he got a chance to film it.
Yes, they do mention Screech.
Yeah, because they show his picture, but they don't actually show him. He was supposed to play that character.
Yeah.
So
in this storyline, he's having to save, not like in the original, he's saving his grandmother's house.
Yes.
And in this one, he's already lost grandma's house.
Yes.
Due to his tragic downturn.
Yeah.
But he has to still save his family and.
It's about his daughter going to college, is what it's really about.
Right, and then her dance school, and then also the whole sport of golf is on the line.
Yeah, golf is on the line too. That's right.
Yeah.
Because they don't want this fast-paced, cool, stupid golf thing, and.
I thought it was actually a really clever, unique,
it was very
believable storyline.
Well,
really.
I don't know if it was believable, but it was clever.
Well, you see so many of those kinds of things happening today, where everything's being remade, everything's being updated, everything we think we can do it better now, and I think that was a really funny. That was a good little take for them to do.
The fact that he took the bone out of the body, that they can swing further back, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, there is a.
Like you can hit
the ball. Should we have given a spoiler warning?
That's okay. Yeah, it's definitely a spoiler warning. Well, because he turns all the way around like this, and he's actually back here when he swings, because that gives him a further hit because he's driving further.
Who's the kid?
The kid was in. That's the kid from
the Sixth
I See Dead People.
Sixth Sense.
That kid.
What is his name?
I See Dead People.
I can't remember his name.
I don't know. Haley Joel Osment. Yes, he's in it. Haley Joel Osment plays the kid. So.
Yeah, and he's really good in it.
He is good.
I didn't even. You kept telling me as we were watching the movie. You were like, "That's the Sixth Sense," because I could not see it. And then finally, there was like a close shot on his face, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it totally is him." I actually think I looked it up on IMDb because I did not believe you at first.
Well, you don't recognize anybody, so I don't know how you can not believe me.
So I also love that they had Shooter McGavin back.
Yes. Oh yeah, Shooter.
That was hilarious.
His character is just great in the movie.
Yes, it is. Played by Christopher McDonald.
Yes, and he played him perfectly well. So good in this film, too. He was great in this.
Yeah, and they end up, Happy has to dust it off. It's amazing how terrible he is. I love that scene when he goes out and golfs for the first time in however many years.
Well, they're like, "Oh, you can't do the Gilmore swing. What are you doing that? You can't. You're terrible at it." They didn't realize they were playing with Happy Gilmore. They didn't realize that.
Well, so he ends up in a golf cart accident, I think after that first time trying to play, right? And
because he's drinking again.
He's drinking, and he gets a court-ordered alcohol recovery program.
And it's the same guy that took care of his mom, which is Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller plays that Hal character that's a terrible person. He was an abusive caretaker of his grandma.
Yeah.
And in this one, he's playing the leader of this rehab group, and he's totally taking advantage of the people.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's making them do free chores around his house. Yeah,
when they don't do something right, he makes them paint the house, clean his house, all that kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah, and actually, that's where there's one of Adam Sandler's daughters, Sadie.
Yes,
she's in the group with him.
Yes. And his other daughter plays his daughter in the movie.
In the movie, yeah. They actually look so much alike, I think, the daughters. They're so cute. Yeah. I love that. But it's really interesting. It didn't occur to me till a few weeks after we'd watched it twice. We've already watched Happy Gilmore 2 twice. We love it. It's really funny. Especially if you liked the first one, you will love it. Especially if you liked it and you were one of the you watched it when it first came out, because then you also can get that generational.
Yes.
Because there's definitely comedies. There's some stuff thrown in there for
people that
that
are our age,
older.
Our age,
that yes, don't go absolutely. With kids, that I don't think, the younger generation that's maybe seen Happy Gilmore 1. They may not love it as much.
They've seen it after the fact. We saw it when it first came out.
Yes, exactly.
And that was at the movie theater. That was one of Adam Sandler's big movies. Because Happy Gilmore was huge.
And Billy Madison.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I think I actually liked Billy Madison a little bit more.
Well, I like a movie that not many people liked with he was in.
Which one?
Little Nicky was hilarious.
I'm having a hard time remembering.
Little Nicky's where he's half angel, half devil.
Oh.
It's so funny, but
maybe
you may
we
not
need to
get it.
watch that one.
I don't think you'll like it.
You don't?
Yeah, I do. I think you will like it.
Maybe.
But it's hysterical. It's very funny.
It's true because I can go either way. Like, I didn't like Anchorman, and you really
Anchorman is the most funniest movie ever. I can't believe that.
I didn't like it. I thought I would, but I remember I was like, no.
Because you don't like those jokes. The jokes are hilarious.
I don't like it if it gets too dirty, right? Like, if it gets too gross, then I'm out.
Not gross.
I want it to be like,
gross.
Yes, there is. It gets to be.
Anchorman is not really gross. It's just
okay.
funny.
Like, here's a good example. So, 50 First Dates with Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
I love that movie, but all of the comedy with his friend that is at the aquarium, like that has the little kids, like that humor gets to be so crude. I'm like, if they had just cut out all of those scenes with him, it would have been perfect for me.
But see, the problem is in real life there are people like that. That's the problem. You have to accept that. It's funny. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, but speaking of Drew Barrymore, that might be one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies ever is The Wedding Singer.
The Wedding Singer was good, yeah.
That one is so good.
I like 50 First Dates because she couldn't remember that they were dating. It was funny.
Yeah, it was such a good show.
He had to redo it all over again.
Yeah. So, okay, it was a few weeks after watching it that I was thinking about what we talk about with rehab and recovery and how frustrating it is for people when they're trying to find treatment to actually find good treatment. Like, that's such a hard thing.
Yeah.
And it really shouldn't be, right? Like, when you've really come around to the point where you are ready to get treatment, it should be accessible. It should be there.
Yeah, the problem is there are so many places that are out just to get people's money
Yes.
and not actually help them.
And
That's the
have
biggest
so
problem,
much
yes.
fraud. It's really terrible. And what struck me is that it's such a cliche that's so common and so widely known that it made it into the movie as this funny thing that this, Ben Stiller character is taking advantage of these people in rehab as you kind of would expect. That it's almost like that's a milestone on people's recovery journey, that first you have to go to like bad rehab and then you can go to a good center and get well. And that's really sad.
Yeah.
I hate that that's how it is.
Well, I brought it up. A lot of them that I was reading online, the marketing, sometimes the marketing is misleading. It uses aggressive marketing to attract clients that often highlight luxury amenities like pools and gourmet chefs and all that. And in reality, they don't have that. But in reality, you don't need that to get sober.
Right.
That's probably worst case scenario. That's not going to help. You don't need if you have your own home amenities, chances are you're not going to be able to get sober because you can't concentrate on what you need to.
See, and we do a lot of work in the addiction and the recovery space because it's just a cause that's very dear to us for obvious reasons, right? And our nonprofit, mybestrehab.org, this is literally the problem that we're trying to solve.
Yes.
Is making it easier, becoming that first stop for people.
Well, holding rehabs accountable is what we're trying to do.
Right,
yes.
and getting people matched to the good centers. Like, it's even to the point where if people will go and Google for good treatment, they will, even if you know of a good center, like one of the centers we really like down in Texas called Windmill Wellness Ranch. It's a really good center, but they repeatedly have people bidding on their name and putting in a fraudulent phone number.
Well, yeah, and that's
on Google ad.
And that's and that's one of the things. Like our friend who Daniel's fighting that for insurance companies. A lot of times they do that. It's clickbait. You click on it thinking it's one place, but you get a completely different number of somewhere else. And that's what they have to be able to, somehow they have to try to shut that down. They're trying, but a lot of companies are being sued over it. I mean, it even says here, they have patient brokering in illegal practice, which means that they're paying brokers to go out and get people, which means that you want people to relapse. So when they do their 10 days or 30 days, whatever, you can go out and get them, bring them back in and get money again.
Yeah, and we've talked about it. We had Michelle Sandlin on, the advocate, that she talked about. I remember when we were asking her, okay, so if somebody has this problem, what should be their first step? And you could see her kind of grasping at like, I don't even know what to tell you as your first step, because what she does is, because this is so difficult to navigate, Michelle's service is that she basically, families hire her to help them figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great. And Michelle's only one person, so, has to she has to do what she has to do to like make it work for people. But we need something to be that first stop for people. I
remember when I went to this one treatment center too, they gave me the little packet and it cost my insurance company like $300. And literally it had in a cheap bar of soap, a plastic comb, a plastic, toothbrush of plastic, but a cheap, toothbrush that the bristles break up, everything like that, and some lotion. And they charged my insurance company $300.
Well, do you know what?
It's ridiculous.
Remember we had the guy on that was explaining to us about why stuff is so inflated like that?
Yeah.
Because of the discounts that the insurance company will actually demand.
Yeah.
That they end up having to like inflate their prices so that when the insurance takes the mandatory discounts and stuff, that they end up being able to cover their costs.
Yeah.
So something is broken here, and we're hoping that with My Best Rehab, we'll be able to.
That'll be able to fix a lot of stuff that is broken.
Yes.
And get people actually in treatment centers that they can actually use and be well worth their going.
And just provide that first stop. Answer that question of if somebody needs help, where do they go? Like it can't just be one center. It's go to this center because it's never going to be the one right center is right for everybody. I mean, this country is huge.
Yeah, and
like, also we need and Google's clearly not the first stop, right? Like because what's happening on there with all the fraud, so that needs to get fixed.
Yeah, and I think also the problem is when you are scamming these people, delaying their recovery is hurting them and hurting the family. You don't want to delay what they need to do to get sober.
Well, how many people, the statistics that some of the people in the industry were sharing with us recently about how deadly this is. Like they said it's the addiction is the equivalent of us having a plane crash every day.
Yeah.
Like you think about how many lives are lost when we have a big plane crash. It's terrible. And it's covered everywhere on the news. Well, they said the addiction is killing the equivalent of a plane crash a day people.
It took long enough for the country to see that this is a disease.
Right.
Not someone's choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice when you first do it, but there's a disease that goes along with it once you do it.
Yeah.
That, no one wakes up one morning and goes, hey, I'm going to throw my life away. It doesn't happen. It's addiction. It's a disease. And our brain is completely different than the next person's brain, which, that's the case. But, also it says that it makes people not, I think when you have these scamming sites, it makes people not be able to trust where they're going or trust the internet as much.
There's a lot of distrust. You're right. There's distrust on the side of like the family. Like, actually, you know what I think is really sad is if you're new to this, if you're just encountering this with one of your children or your spouse or something like that, you probably go into it not even knowing that you're about to be taken advantage of. Right? Yeah. Like you have to be more involved in the industry, I think, to even know that this fraud and stuff exists.
Yeah, we had read something out here too. Remember, we read something out here where on the reservation they were scamming the people on the
here
reservation.
Here in Arizona, there were these white vans going around on the reservations, rounding people up and just sticking them in homes where they had like mac and cheese in the cupboard, and they even said they were providing them with alcohol.
Yeah. So they were relapsing and just do it all over
because
again.
They didn't really care as long as the people were in the beds, they were getting their payments.
That's exactly right.
So there's between the people that are doing the fraud of bidding on the keywords, people that are not providing real treatment and billing, and then you get the insurance companies for good reason not wanting to cover anything because there is so much fraud.
Yeah, well that's unfortunately the good reason. It's hard enough to get them to approve stuff as it is.
Right.
Then when they catch the fraud on top of it, it makes it that much more worse.
So it's a mess, and it really does need help.
Yeah, well, it's more than that needs help.
If you want to help us out, go to mybestrehab.org and donate to the cause. And also sign up if you know of good treatment centers. Let us know. Yeah. We will invite them to be included and have their results evaluated so they can be part of the database.
And Track 9 gets our data for us. Track 9 does. So.
Yes, they're the ones that are helping us devise the algorithm. But I admire them so much. We're going to actually have Dr. Dempsey on the show eventually once we launch the beta version of our tool, so he can explain kind of the story behind it. But what I love about the work that they're doing too is they're just like, they actually have a business where within the recovery industry, they help track outcomes for centers and compare, everybody's comparing apples to apples, right? But he's like, I don't want this to just be my clients that are in the database. And so he's helping us create an algorithm with an on-ramp for any treatment center that is willing to provide validated results. I think it's going to be a really groundbreaking, important.
Well, yeah, because I mean, we can start, saving, America one person who has this addiction, which is destroying America.
And we lose too many people in those stints in bad rehab. Yes. That should not be a part of somebody's recovery journey. Like that should not be a milestone.
It's like going to a bad doctor. You need heart surgery, and you go to a doctor who tricks you and tells you he does heart surgery. He's actually a knee surgeon.
Yeah,
that would be terrible.
Seriously, or not a surgeon at all.
Yeah. Well, that has happened too. People say
yes, there's actually a really good Wondery podcast called Dr. Death that I've listened to. It is so good, and it's this guy. It's crazy. He was posing as a doctor and literally doing surgeries on people.
That's crazy.
It was unbelievable. And you know what is crazy is when you watch, like I highly recommend it. It's such a good series, especially if you like true crime. But what's crazy is at the end of it, how little he was held accountable.
Yeah.
Like they were actually having trouble. Like this man should be in jail for the rest of his life. And they were having trouble going after him.
Why was that?
I think it's just the way that he was able to skirt around the laws, I'm not really even sure. To me, it does not make sense, but it's crazy.
I'm sure it is. I'm glad he did no surgery on me.
I know.
I'm gonna give you a new surgery.
Can you imagine though? Like you're getting, it really made me realize though how do we even know? How do we know that our doctor we're working with is legit?
Because now because he's licensed through the state.
This guy was posing as if he was licensed.
But he had fake documentation.
Yeah.
I think it's difficult.
How do you know your doctor's not faking it?
Because she's doing it at actual hospital. They're not gonna let some doctor who's faking it.
He was doing it at hospitals, Todd.
Oh well,
I don't know. It's uncanny. You need to listen to it. Well, I think were they gonna make a movie out of it?
So you're saying that I could become a fake doctor and do surgeries on people?
Not you, because you're too high profile.
No, I could be.
I don't think you could get away with it.
I'm gonna give you.
I could maybe do it. I could
do butt lifts. And make their butt flatter.
I'm actually pretty good. I'm pretty good with design too. Maybe I can make myself some.
Oh my gosh! The person would die because you get in there and you keep arranging stuff because you don't like the way it looks.
What kind of surgeon would I want to be?
Too much of it.
He was doing back surgeries, like on people's spines.
You would get in there and then you would want to rearrange everything, and then he would really be messed up.
Honestly, I don't really want to do.
I know,
surgery.
but you'd be like, I need to move this around. I don't want that there. No, let me think about this. Hold on, give me a few minutes. No. By the time you get finished, the person's been under that stuff anesthesia for like 30 hours.
That is not true.
It is. But I love you. It is true.
Well, dang. If you haven't seen Happy Gilmore 2.
Yes, please go out and watch it.
And you're in sort of our age category.
Yep.
We highly recommend
it. And Netflix. You watch it on Netflix. And you'll have a good time. It's great. And it's a story about true redemption and also a story about recovery, actually. It really is about everything.
And go check out mybestrehab.org, our nonprofit organization that we're just rolling right now.
And helping us, donate money to there to help us move forward and getting it done, to build it and make it really be able to save people's lives. Because that's what we're out to. We're trying to save people's lives.
Yeah, our goal is actually to get a meeting with Google.
Yes. Yeah,
Because you know what? I don't think they're going to like to hear me say that Google is not the best place to go to find treatment.
Well, then if Google then you should help Google. You should help donate so we can fix it so you can fix your thing.
We need to sit down with them. I have some ideas. So if anybody out there listening knows somebody at Google, we need to get in touch with them. Well, dang.
Hi, I'm actually the representative of Google. Dang. See you next week. Please, if you like it, like and subscribe. See you next time on Dang. Dang. Dang is produced by my wife, Bettijo Bridges, in collaboration with Star Worldwide Network Studios, and edited by our daughter, Daly Ann.
She's also the musician responsible for our theme music, so go check out Daly Ann wherever you stream your music. Have a question or topic you want us to cover? Send us your suggestions at dangpodcast.com.
Do me a favor. Please subscribe and rate our podcast to make it easier for others to find. Have a great week.